Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we are reviewing one of the brand new pair of sunglasses from the Senna series from Persol. These are the PO0203 sunglasses. First off, we gotta thank today's video sponsor, our own website, shadereviewstore.com, the absolute best place to buy designer sunglasses, up to 80% off the original MSRP. Again, our website there is shadereviewstore.com. Check it out. So let's go ahead and pop the sunglasses on face and talk about the dimensions. These have 57mm lenses and a 20mm bridge. And this is the larger size of this pair of sunglasses that I have on today's video. They're also produced in a smaller lens size, which has 55mm lenses in the exact same 20mm bridge. Personally, I actually kind of do like these frames as a little bit more oversized, so I actually prefer them in the larger size than I do the smaller size. In my opinion, the 55mm lenses look a little bit more classy and discreet, where here with the 57mm lens size, they're definitely very loud and kind of aggressive. But either way, both frames fit my face really good right out of the box, and that's thanks to Persol's Maflecto stem system, which is going to bend out and give a custom fit to the face. You can see the two little barrels here, which are going to allow that to happen. So even the large size fits me perfect right outside of the box. I have a very average size face, so these should definitely fit most of you watching as well. Now, as far as the materials goes, these are made out of an acetate material, and they do have all glass crystal lenses, so the optical clarity of these can be very, very good, and they also have very good scratch resistance as well, which is really nice. Now, as far as the exact colorway that I have on today's video, these have Persol's black acetate with their classic green crystal lenses. So just a kind of classic colorway, though they are made in some beautiful tortoise material and Havana materials as well. What makes these frames look really unique is definitely going to be the top brow bar here. So here in the top, we can see a metal brow bar that is surrounded by acetate, and it definitely adds a lot of character to these frames and definitely adds a big pop to them as well. Another thing that I want to mention here is the metal color on the brow bar is gold. However, the Supreme arrows are going to be made out of a silver color. So you kind of have a contrast between the gold and the silver. Personally, I think these would look really, really killer if the Supreme arrow was actually made out of a gold metallic color versus the silver, because I think it just kind of contrasts in the wrong way. I think the contrast between the gold and then the silver is just a tiny bit too distracting for my particular taste. But with that being said, it definitely does add a little bit of extra pop to it, something that just really makes it stand out because it is mismatching. So people's eyes might be more drawn into you because of that. So definitely some pros and cons there as far as that goes. Now, these Senna sunglasses were actually inspired by an archival design worn by a racing hero, Senna, and then Persol reimagined the frames in collaboration with Netflix, who's actually doing a whole series, a film series on Senna, the famous race car driver, who I believe tragically died years and years and years ago. I don't watch any TV or movies, so I'm very ignorant when it comes to stuff on Netflix or popular culture. But definitely a really cool kind of collaboration. And my main complaint with this is the Netflix addition to the branding of the frames. Honestly, who cares about Netflix when you're buying a pair of sunglasses worn by a famous race car driver? You want those two to be combined, but you don't want the company who's publishing the movie or TV show or whatever it is involved in it. It's kind of like if Persol and Warner Brothers made the Steve McQueen together and there's like Warner Brothers logoing on that packaging. It would just kind of be disgusting and not really well tasteful. But this is kind of more advertising the TV show than it is, advertising the actual race car driver. Of course, the whole show is about the race car driver, I believe. But personally, I don't like the Netflix branding all over the packaging of these sunglasses. So Netflix's logo is going to be there several different times in the packaging, but on the actual frames themselves, they actually don't have any Netflix logoing, which I really, really, really do appreciate, but still kind of a weird, collaboration. Now, as far as weight goes, these frames come in at 42 grams, so they're definitely on the heavier end of a pair of sunglasses, and that's because they are the larger size one, and they also have these massive lenses, and then a lot of acetate here on the front, and then the temples are going to be very thin. They do have a metal construction, so they do have a metal stem that runs all the way down through them to add extra rigidity to them. But either way, just a kind of very heavy pair of frames, and they also don't have a great balance to them. They are very, very, very top heavy here, so not very comfortable. to wear for long periods of time, that is definitely for sure. Now, as far as the build quality of these frames goes, these are built really, really nicely. And if we take a look here at the inner right temple of the frame, we can see they say Persol, handmade in Italy, Senna brands. And then we can also see they have a 5-barrel all-metal hinge there as well. And these feel really, really good right out of the box. Very nice and substantial, very nice and premium. And then, of course, like I said, they do have those barrels of the Maflecto stem system on the outside temples of the frames as well. They also do have an etched Persol logo here on the top right corner of the lens for authentication purposes. Now, if we take a look here at the outside right ear of the frame, we can see a metallic Persol logo. And then here in the outside left temple, we can see a little Senna logo, which is a really nice touch as well. I do like that. And then here, taking a look at the inner left temple of the frames, we can see the exact color code and model information there. Now, as far as coverage from the sun goes, these frames are going to offer okay coverage from sun. So here up top, we can see a pretty big gap to let sunlight in unprotected. Then here on the side, again, there's a pretty decent sized gap. So overall, not the most practical pair of frames, but definitely nothing too crazy. I do like how the brow bar actually does push the sunglasses forward a little bit, which does cause them to have a little bit worse coverage from sun, but it's also going to greatly reduce the amount of eyebrow sweat that you get on the lenses, which is really important, especially for flying a plane or driving a race car. Of course, you don't want your sweat to slowly drip down the lens and then start to impede your vision. Overall, I think this is a really cool series of frames from Persol, and this exact pair is definitely my favorite as far as the styling goes. I really do like this, but they do have a couple other styles as well, and if you do want me to make reviews on those as well, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and I might be able to get around to reviewing them if you guys really do want to see those reviews. But again, this is definitely my favorite from this series. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up down below, and of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button and then to be notified every single time I upload a brand new video just like this one to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.